and they tread on that line for the rest of their lives. And so, if you just go looking at the person's looks, or how much the person has, or what the person is worth, the car the person is driving, or the status of the person, you are getting it all wrong. And then eventually, you start and get all the pain. And most people also end up making permanent decisions based on temporal feelings. They make permanent decisions based on temporal feelings. They get into the relationship, they start engaging in sexual encounters, and then they become very, very bonded, and it becomes very difficult for them to get to know the person well and be able to understand the sort of person they are living with, or the sort of person they are deciding to live the rest of their lives with. And this is very, very important for everyone who is making that decision to live their life with someone else for the rest of your life. You need to really take this very seriously. Men, everyone can be in a relationship, but not everyone can keep the relationship. Two people can be in a relationship, but not every two people who are in a relationship can become happy in the relationship. Not every two people who get into a relationship, especially marriage, can be able to take that marriage or that relationship to the next level. There are some relationships that would have that initial attraction. Oshasana and Tasen woho or Don woho, but all Ukrainian won't and a BBR to sing. If you're there, the foundation for the relationship was not built well. And then there are certain people who are not meant to be together. It's as simple as that. Some relationships may start poorly, and end up very well, and some relationships may start poorly and end poorly. Like I'm trying to make you understand. Onya obia wa wana owa sasido and obia butumyenatna. There are certain people you can live with, and there are certain people you cannot live with. There are certain people you can have short-term relationships with, and there are certain people you can have long-term relationships with. There are some people you can have sexual relationships with, and it ends there. And there are certain people you can have sexual relationships with, and then move to the next level. Some may start very well, and along the line, you see yourself drifting apart. And it's just because you have a bond. And the bond, like I keep saying, would break if you are not careful. And all these things happen. They happen simply because of character, attitude, and the main definite purpose for which these two people decided to come together. Mr. There, for some people, the relationship would become bad or good because of nyupanusuban. No, ni adren potia or the nyupanichima or ma on nyonam. Kusubia one adren. As a nyupana yenanama, nadren you adren in your cora. Maybe ye bian. What relationship on untum ko in case bibia wunina wahife. So the character of the person, the attitude of the person, and the main definite purpose of the person are the key reasons why most of these relationships do not get to where we expect them to get to. The most important thing is you need to know the person very well. And before you need to know the person, or before you can know the person that you can live with, you yourself, you should know yourself well. Or a day when that person that you want to partner with, you need to know that person with very well. And so starting a relationship with the intention of getting married is wrong, because once you start the relationship with the intention of getting married, your intentions are skewed. You are going to do everything to please the person so the person marries you. You are going to do everything to show good character, good attitude, so the person will marry you. And once the person marries you, then you start showing your real, true character. So that is why it is important to take your time and not rush into becoming too comfortable, nor rush into becoming too physical, too emotional, and too involving with the person. But I tell you, you can tell, yes, you can tell everything about the person for sure before you get into a relationship with a person. Yes, I know people change. I know as we grow, things change. But you can surely tell the person you are in a relationship with. But let me tell you this. Romance and sex numbs the brain, and with the oxytocin bond, you become bonded and you are unable to make smart decisions when there's the need to make those decisions, especially when things are not going the way you want from the very beginning. So I can tell you that sex, romance, kissing, becoming too physical is one of the key reasons why most people are unable to make smart decisions, especially when it comes to the person they are supposed to marry. Because once you become very, very connected to the person sexually, it becomes difficult to make smart decisions when it involves the person. This actually deprives you of the opportunity of knowing the person. Mama chainde se ehia nipa na se ehia na nkishia mumpema. Oma entum hu nipa ni ye. Oma entum hu nipa ni su na ne ba ni ye. Oma you miss that opportunity a eba ma etumeje hu nipa ni ye. Enti se ewa ni wie a na bo nda nipa ni yi no so baneza na oyo wonwa de dam nipa yi na me yeneti na dem not a tama yere shasen and so ban into the more. And so like I'm telling you, when you bond before the time to bond, that time when you bond before the bond, that bond will be broken before or by the right time you take to bond. When you bond before the time to bond, that bond will be broken by the right time to bond. I'm saying that say any nipa ni hiem na so obeye kro ansana emra oye de any ni hia na oye kro na dem kro na waye na wo mutetew because when hiem at the right time. So you don't bond before the right time to bond. And most people, they stop studying the other person when they start engaging in sex. The bond and you pan anything, na nusu na naban na in you don't follow anymore. Na edona no nye ni jena wo impem agrudin na or wadunum. And once you do that, you are unable to become stable in a relationship. Sex itself is not a way of knowing each other. Sometimes and when the being this is a man da made me who musuban, saying man da made me who ma etsi nazi. I mean control. Manipanetsi wo impem. Manipanetsi wo subanum. Yachre waha. You can know the person's character from the person's name and date of birth. That is what we are doing now. You can know the person's sexual whatever energy type, the way the person feels sexually, the way the person looks sexually from the person's looks. God has made it all easy for us to be able to learn and see from the person's looks. If you go to my YouTube channel, Mr. Smooth's Adults Class, we have lessons on how to identify a compatible partner from the person's looks. You can find that there. So just go there and watch those videos. Everything sexual about a person can be found on the face and the body. And everything character about the person can be found from the person's name and date of birth. Now, I know some people will be saying that, what if I marry him and he has a small penis? What if he is too big? What if she is too big? What if she can't perform? What if he can't sexually perform? All these things can be solved medically, they can be solved psychologically, and they can be solved physiologically. So if the person is too big, there are options. If the person is too small, there are ways to deal with it. So it is not a problem if you have not had sex with a person. All you need to know is to get to know the person's true self. And the person's true self is what you are going to live with. If you engage in sex with a person and you are not comfortable, you leave. But the thing is, once you get married, you will find ways to deal with it. You will find ways to live with it. And everyone, so long as you are determined to live with a person, so long as you really have this vision to stay with that person, you will find ways to adapt and be able to have a compromise and live a happy life. But if you don't want to be doing those compromises, that is why we are doing these lessons. So you choose right before you even start. But before you make this decision, you need to ask yourself these questions. Why am I choosing this person? Menyufo wo wiase mu nyina, mbesiafo wo wiase mu nyina, apentina mpedam nyi dam nyipa ni dam nyipa yi, yenetina afebo until death separates us. Why am I choosing this person? That's a question you should ask yourself. What about this person is so different? About no wo nyipa yi ho a, onyi benyini bia ho. About no wo besie yi ho a, onyi besie bia ho. About na obma dam nyipa yi oye sonko. And as a nyipa obama braboma, what is that person coming to add to my life? What am I also adding to that person's life? These are questions you ask yourself before you decide to get into a relationship with a person. Even before you decide that, oh, I want to marry this person, or I love this person and all that, you need to ask yourself these things. Because if you don't ask yourself these things, you will get it all wrong. What are this person's dreams? What does this person think about? What the person dreams about, are we in sync? Is it in sync with yours? Are they similar to mine? What are these person's views about life? You need to ask yourself all these questions and even more before you decide to get into a relationship, a long-lasting relationship with somebody. First of all, I'm saying that them nyipe abazi no tobakama babo. Abazi masum de kana babo. Them nyipe yampeda mo wani. Abazi no won ho a oye sonko obi anyi. Abazi no won ho a omma mepeda me yenetina. Abazi no won ho a omma semefu na bibriyam. You need to understand all these things before you look at starting a relationship with a person. But looking at this, if you skip any of these, it will cost you in your future. It will cost your future happiness. If you skip any of these, it will cost your future happiness. But there are ways for a person to be able to find whether you are compatible or not. Are there ways? Yes, there are ways. Yes, I know religion and culture is stopping us from getting to understand some of these basics. But let me tell you this. How can one know? How can one know who to marry? And what is all this about? That is what we are going to be talking to you about. So just join us on Adults Class, and let me just give you a little recap of what we did last week. Last week, I talked to you about what Sunday bonds, a summary of it. We talk about the traits of the Sunday bonds, the traits of the Monday bonds, the traits of the Tuesday bonds. All the day bonds, their character and traits, we spoke about them. And then we went into the first area, those that were born in March, from March 21 to April 20, I told you their character, their positives, their strengths, and their weaknesses. All those born in February 20 to March 20, I told you their character and told you their positives and their negatives. We are using this to learn, to be able to get to understand, get to know who you are with, get to know what the person likes, the person's strengths, the person's weaknesses, and then also get to know whether we can live a happy life with that person even before we start the relationship. So take your paper and your pen and take notes. This class or today's class starts from now. Next, we have the group from 21st March to 20th April. All those born between 21st March and 20th April have some similar characteristics, and these are their positive traits. The first one is they are very adventurous. Adventure is it comes to them so easily. And then also they are very energetic and they like to start things. They are those who would want to pioneer new ideas. They want to pioneer new businesses. So you check them. Check that. You should know that about the person you are with. They are very courageous people, and then also they are very enthusiastic people. So you can see a lot of enthusiasm in their life, and they are very confident in themselves as well. And then also they are dynamic and they have a very quick brain. They are very quick-witted. These are their positive traits for those born in March 21 and April 20th. Now let's look at the negative side of such people. Now the negative traits, yes, one of it is they are very selfish people. So they are prone to become selfish. Let me put it mildly. They are prone to become selfish, and then they are also prone to become very quick-tempered. So if you are with somebody who was born between March 21 and April 20th, and the person is quick-tempered, understand that it is his or her weakness. And then you also, if you were born within this period and you identify that this is a weakness, work on yourself. Because if you are able to work on yourself, you will be able to convert all your weaknesses into pluses. And then also, such people are very impulsive. They act on impulse. And then they don't have patience. Usually, people who are quick-tempered will not have patience. Will now understand that. So when you are with somebody born from March 21st to April 20th, and the person is impatient, understand that it comes naturally to them. And then they are the daredevils. Don't dare them. Don't say that you can't do this. Because when you say they can't do it, they will do it for you to see that they can do it. So such people, if you are in a relationship with them, you should know that these are their negatives. And if you are born within this period and you know that these are your negatives, all you need to do is to work on yourself. Because when you work on yourself, you can change, because you are the only person who can change yourself. We have been given a brain. We have been given a big brain, which is the biggest and the most important tool in the world. And you can become a genius if you decide to think and use your brain properly. And if you put your brain into action and you use even a 20th of your brain's capacity, you can become the most important, the richest, and the biggest person on earth. Most people are not using the brain. But I tell you, if you put your brain to action, you can change whatever situation you find yourself in. You can change whatever condition you find yourself in, and you can create whatever thing that you want to create for yourself. So I'm saying such people, they are daredevils, so don't dare them. But if you are one of them, it is up to you to find a way to change yourself. Now let's look at the likes of people born from March 21 to April 20th. These are their likes. They like action. Daredevils. Definitely they will like to act. Okay, and then they like coming first. They are daredevils, so they like to be challenged. So they like challenges. That is what they are. They like championing causes. Like I said, they are pioneers. They always want to start something. So they like championing causes. That is what they are, and that is how they are. And they like doing this spontaneously. Spontaneously. Once they make the decision, they want to act. And that comes with the adventure, with their life. So you should understand when you're working with or moving with a person like that, what they don't like is waiting around. They don't like waiting around, and they don't like admitting failure. So if you are with a person born from 21st March all the way to 20th April, and the person doesn't like admitting faults, when the person does something wrong and the person doesn't want to admit it, know that that is how the person is made. The person was born like that. But the person born like that can change. Change is the only thing that is in your hands. You have the total control to do whatever changes you want to do in your life. So even though you know you don't like admitting faults, get to understand these negatives that you have and work on yourself, because you are the only one who can work on yourself. They don't like being opposed. They don't like opposition. So anytime somebody is opposing them, the person becomes like an enemy to them. So get to know this thing about your person that you are living with. If you are starting a relationship with a person who falls within 21st March and 20th April, these are the things they dislike. Don't oppose them. Don't oppose them. They don't like being oppressed. They don't like somebody dictating to them. And then they don't like somebody trying to, they don't like tyranny. So such people, they are free spirits. And like I said, they are daredevils. And when you try to do those things, they will show the other side. And this other side I'm talking to you about, it comes to them so easily without they knowing. It comes to them so easily. And then also, they think they are so smart. They think they are so wise. So they don't like people advising them. They don't take other people's advice. So if you are with somebody like that, get to know these things about the person. The interesting thing is they are very courageous leaders, and they have genuine concern. They have genuine concern over those that they lead. So even when they are leaders, they are very courageous leaders, and whoever they are leading, they care about those people. And then they are very responsible people, and they take good care of their subordinates, just as they would take care of themselves, because they don't like being oppressed, so they won't do it to you. They don't like they don't make very good followers, because they always want to lead. So they don't like to take instructions from people. They want to take charge all the time. So that is one of their traits that you should know. And then they may unwillingly obey or submit to directions. When you have instructions for them, they would decide to they just do just to please you, but they are unwilling to follow rules. They are unwilling. So that is the daredevil nature of these people. Next on the list, we'll be talking about another set of people, those born from 21st of April to 21 of May. 21st of April to 21st of May. So if you are born within this area, within this period, and then you don't know yourself, these are the things you should know. If you are dating somebody, or if you are in a relationship with somebody, or if you are courting somebody, or if you are married to somebody who falls within this period, who was born within this period, it is no making of his, but he still has control over it, because everybody has control over himself, and everybody can change when he wants to change. So the first thing is, these are the positive traits. The positive trait is the person is very patient, or patient. The person is very reliable. You can rely on him. The person is warm-hearted and loving. That is positive that comes with him. The person is very persistent and determined. So when the person wants something done, the person will constantly continue to do it. And then for those who are employers who are looking for people to work for them, these are traits you should check even when you are doing your interviews to employ people for specific positions, because these traits would help you understand or help you place people in certain positions, because there are certain people who are in certain positions who naturally are uncomfortable with that position, because what they are doing goes against their natural self, unless of course the person learns to adjust, the person learns to change. So I'm saying these people are very persistent and they are determined, and then also they are very easygoing people. So these are the positive traits of these people. And then they also love security. So everywhere they go, they would love to become secured. So these are the positive traits of those born between April 21 and May 21. Take notes, like I said. Take note and take note and take note. Great. Next, we're going to look at the negatives of people born within the same period. The negative traits, one of it is they are very jealous people. So if you are in a relationship with them, you need to guard yourself well, because once you spark that area, they can become extremely jealous. Extremely jealous. And then also, they are very possessive. Once they are with you in a relationship, they want to hold. They don't want to let go. They are very possessive people. So if you're in a relationship with somebody who was born between April 21 and May 21, who is not willing to let go, you should know that that is how they are. And then also, they are very resentful. Very, very resentful. And then also, inflexible. Once they make up their mind, they hardly change it. Until someone actually comes to prove to them that, until they actually see that what they are doing, or whatever decision they are taking is wrong, they don't bend, they don't change. They just want to go on doing it. So you should know that such people are also inflexible. And if you are in with them, you should also understand that that is how they are. And then also, they are extremely greedy. To be mild, let me say, they become greedy sometimes, self-indulgent, and then greedy sometimes. So let's look at some of the likes of people born from April 21 to May 21. Yes, they like stability. They want to become stable. That is why they are jealous. They don't want anyone around their man. They don't want any man around their woman. So they are very, very jealous, but they themselves prefer to become stable. And then also, they also like being attracted. Like when they are with you, they will want to attract you. They like being attracted. And then they like natural things. They like things that are natural. And then also, they need some time to ponder, some time to think about whatever that is going on in their heads, and then they like comfort. So in their environment, they want to create that comfort, and they want to create a stuff that is going to make them very, very comfortable. And then they like pleasure. Comfort definitely comes with pleasure. So they like all the fine things that come along with the world. Now let's look at the negatives of these people. Now, what the dislikes, they like somebody disruptions. They don't like disruptions. When they are doing something, they don't want anyone to disrupt them. And then they don't like being pushed too hard. So that kind of daredevil attitude of the other group falls in here too. They don't like being pushed. And then also, they don't like synthetic things. They don't like artificial things that are not natural. They're not too comfortable with them. And then they don't like being rushed. Rushing them to make decisions, rushing them to take action, and rushing them into relationships and stuff. They want to take their time, and at their own time make up their mind to whatever thing that they want to do. And then they also don't like stay indoors. They are typical extroverts. They always want to be out. When you keep them indoors for a while, they become very, very jittery, and they become stressed. So that is the traits. But generally, let's look at their strengths as well. They are compassionate people. They are very dependable people. They are very loyal people. They are very reliable, like I said before. And then they are strong physically and emotionally. They are strong physically and emotionally. Now let's look at their weaknesses. Again, they are very stubborn people. So like I said, don't push them too hard, because when you do, they will fight you. Don't push them too hard. They are very sensitive people. Don't push them too hard. They are very aggressive. So when you push them too hard, they can become very aggressive with you. So you need to take note of that. And then also they dislike change. They don't like change. They don't like anything that is going to disturb their natural environment. They dislike change. Now, after going through this, I'm sure you have learned a few things about these two amazing groups. We looked at March 21 to April 20, and then we have looked at April 22. Yes, we have looked at the April 21 to May 21, and these are their natural traits. Now we can do the text messages now. Quickly do the text messages. So we have, thank you very much. Okay, I am February 20. Okay, so all those asking for that information, like I said, if you want all the details, like I said, I am not going to do all the typing and sending free of charge. Take something small for me, I'll give it to you. And okay, good evening. I am Moses, and I was born on 13th of March. Can I send you, like I told you? I mean, all right. So, thank you very much for this opportunity to get to know all about the woman I am with. Everything you have said is 100% true, and thank you for the show. Yeah, thank you too for watching. Okay, this one is an audio. We can play the audio. Hello, Mr. Smooth. You are really doing for her, but she's asked for money. Anyway, Isaac from Isaac, we'll look at that area later. All right, so like I said, we would continue this lesson. It's going to be a series that we're going to be doing continuously for a period till we cover all the months. If you have missed your month, just go to my YouTube channel, Mr. Smooth's Adults Class, and then you can find those videos there. For all who are having relationships issues, I am around. You can call me. My number is on the screen. For all who are having sexual dysfunctions and these vaginal infections, my number is there. For all who are having this fertility issues and all the stuff, my contact is there. For those who are looking for marital counseling, post-marital, premarital counseling, we are there to help you. Myself and Auntie Seto, we are there to help you. So we say goodbye for now, and I'm sure you've learned of something really amazing. And it's been me, myself, Papa Kwame Namo, you can call me Mr. Smooth. I was the one who took you through these amazing lessons. Next week, we'll continue with another wonderful session.